Hey y'all, today we're making some strawberry puff hearts. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is get our cream cheese mixture together. So what you're going to need is 1 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese, that's the whole block. Then you're going to add in about a teaspoon of vanilla and 1/4 cup of sugar. And this is just plain old white granulated sugar. This is not powdered sugar or anything, just regular old sugar. And go ahead and get your oven preheating to 400. Then I just took my hand mixer and I kind of smashed it up just a little bit before I started so it wouldn't just fly everywhere. And it only takes maybe 30 seconds, if it even takes that long, to get this mixed up, because it's not that much you're mixing. But I like to use my hand mixer when I'm mixing cream cheese just to make sure that I don't end up with big clumps of cream cheese. But if you don't have a hand mixer, you can certainly do this by hand. Just make sure that you get everything mixed in really, really well, okay? And y'all, I thought I was done with the Valentine's, like videos for this year. I only did one, but I came across this and I thought it was so cute and it turned out so good, like it's so yummy. I just had to share it with y'all. So here we are, another Valentine's video, one more. So now you're going to get your strawberries all chopped up. Now you can just slice them if you want to, but I just kind of thought with these little, little tarts, we'll just use little bites of strawberry. So I'm just dicing mine up into little bite-sized pieces. But again, you can do them whichever way you want. So let me ask y'all a question. Let me poll the audience. Do y'all celebrate Valentine's Day? Because I feel like the older I get, the kind of less important it is. And I mean, it's great, but I don't know, I just haven't been as into Valentine's Day as I was when I was younger. Is it just me or is it y'all too? I mean, are y'all all decked out for Valentine's Day, or are y'all just kind of indifferent to the whole thing? Is it just this big gimmick that is designed to take all your money? Let me know how y'all feel about it. I mean, it's not that I don't like the holiday. I do like Valentine's Day. I just don't really celebrate it a whole lot, But, we can eat food anytime, right? So anyway, let me know what y'all think. Okay, now we need our puff pastry. We got our cream cheese ready. We got our strawberries ready. Now we got to get the puff pastry ready. So if you don't know, your puff pastry is going to come in the freezer section of the store, okay? So what you're going to need to do is the night before you're going to use it, just take it out of the freezer and stick it over in the refrigerator to let it thaw out. Now, if you just get it straight from the store and you're coming home to cook with it, then just leave it sitting on your counter until it thaws out. And I don't know how long it takes just to sit on your counter from frozen, because I didn't do mine that way, but you can do it either way, okay? So now you're just going to need to get this all laid out. I'm using my handy dandy silicone mat, of course. And this doesn't need to be rolled out with a rolling pin. It's pretty flat anyway, and it lays out pretty straight, you can see. So don't say nothing about me putting my hands all over it either, because my hands are clean and it's my food. Be quiet. Hush. Anywho, all right, so you're going to take a cookie cutter, whatever size cookie cutter you want. Now, if it's not Valentine's Day or you don't do Valentine's Day, use a circle cookie cutter. Use a cow cookie cutter if you want to. It don't make any difference. They'll all turn out good. But I just went ahead and just cut out all my little hearts, or pressed it down, because I certainly didn't cut them out. I was trying to be careful not to cut my mat, and I was a little too careful and didn't cut all the way through. You'll see that in a minute. But so what I decided to do also is take a cookie cutter that was a little bit smaller than the hearts that I cut out, and I'm not going all the way through these. I'm just barely tapping these to where I kind of can see the little faint line, because I can't trust myself to stay in the lines and do what I'm supposed to do, because I get distracted real easy. So I thought if I put these little lines on there, then I'll be sure to keep my cream cheese where it needs to be, and I won't go all over the world with it. You know what I'm saying? So you see right there, I didn't cut all the way through, so I had to go back and kind of cut back down through some of my little hearts. So I'll just put this out there. I don't recommend you cut on your silicone mat, because if you do it too hard, you can ruin your mat. But if you are, if you're not just slamming it down through there or twisting it, then it's usually okay, and it hasn't bothered mine yet. So now we're going to take our hearts and we're going to put them on our baking dish. This is my really big cookie sheet and my crusty little silicone mats. Don't say nothing about them. And I'm just going to lay those all the way out. Now you want to make sure that you lay your hearts out, but before you fill them, you want to put them on whatever you're going to bake them on. Because once you put I said filling, but the topping, once you put the cream cheese and the strawberries on, it's going to be too heavy to try to move these, you know what I mean? Because your dough's pretty thin. So put them on whatever you're going to bake them on, and then put your toppings on. So what I did was I just put a little drop of cream cheese on all my little hearts, and then when I spread it out, I just kind of tried to stay within the little guidelines that I had kind of mapped out there. It doesn't have to be perfect. The cream cheese is not going to be in a heart shape. Like I said, it's going to bubble over. Okay, let me just put that out there. When you cook these, the cream cheese is going to kind of, it's going to puff up and kind of ooze off the side a little bit. So you don't want an overabundance of cream cheese on these. So just be careful. Don't add a whole lot, and kind of keep it into the center of whatever shape you've cut out. Okay. Once you get your cream cheese all spread out, I did 1 egg, and I still, look, it doesn't take much, y'all. I still didn't use half of that. But you take 1 egg and beat it up real good, and then I just brush that around the edges of all of my little hearts. And this way, it'll be, a little extra crispy. They'll get nice and golden brown, and then you'll have a pretty little shine to them too. Now, do you have to have a shine? No. But it just comes along with the rest of the stuff that you want, right? So once you get all that done, you're going to go ahead and add your strawberries, and you don't need to add a whole bunch. Just kind of add, a little scoop right there in the center, and they don't have to be perfect, but let me tell you, they're going to taste good regardless. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, you're going to eat the whole pan as soon as you make these, or you're going to want to. You're going to want to eat the whole pan. So anyway, once you get your strawberries on there, you're going to pop these in the oven, 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes until everything is nice and golden brown, okay? And this is what they look like when they come out. And you can see some of my strawberries slid off. You know what? It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's delicious anyway. But they're going to sink down a little bit, and then I had to be extra and add a little powdered sugar, right? We have to make them pretty. But that's it, y'all. These are so dang good. They're real light, believe it or not. Fluffy, crunchy, delicious. You have to make these. Or let me know if you've made them before. But anyway, that is all I've got for y'all today, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.